And it was just y'all two, or did y'all have?
We had roommates. Yeah,
okay.
We had one of our friends. Some of our friends, like there were also a couple, and then another guy who it was amazing. Like it was the best case scenario. We lived in this beautiful, beautiful, huge, huge home. It was like a really awesome situation.
That sounds fun.
It wasn't like a cramped situation. It was like we lived in this beautiful home in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And yeah, I like best roommates I could have asked for.
Did y'all do a lot of stuff together?
Oh yeah, and still to this day we're all like best friends.
Yeah.
And then my boyfriend and I moved into our own place like 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how's that been?
Yeah, it's been great.
Well, let me ask you something about that. So they say that you don't truly know someone until you live with them.
100%.
Right? And so whenever
100%.
It's so true. And so when y'all, I mean, I know y'all were already living together, but you had roommates, but when y'all moved in by yourselves, was there anything that you were like shocked about or that made it really difficult that you weren't expecting?
No. I mean,
you already knew all his habits and all that.
Yeah, well, of course, like when we first moved in together, like there were, I don't know, because even before then, I like stayed at his place like every night.
Yeah.
Like we weren't like, we basically already lived together. Like he was either at my place or I was at his place.
Right.
And then, so I felt like I just like got introduced to things like over time.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was kind of like an interesting transition the way that it worked, like when my friend was getting married and moving out. And so like I was kind of like in between, like I was like half living with him, like I had moved some of my stuff, but I was still like kind of staying with her. And like, so it wasn't like we weren't living together and then we all of a sudden were.
Yeah.
We kind of like transitioned in a more smooth way.
I've been in a similar situation,
So it wasn't really like a harsh thing where it was like, oh my gosh, now all of a sudden everything's different.
Yeah.
We transitioned like so slowly that it felt like I didn't feel that way.
Yeah,
you know?
Okay. All right.
So no, I mean, and also he's like amazing.
Is he
like,
very neat or
he's
is he
extremely
like
I'm
what
the
about
messy
you?
one.
You are?
He
Does
like
that bother him?
No,
Oh,
he
good.
loves me, so he doesn't care. But I'm sure maybe he does care. I don't know. But he's like the clean one. Like he cleans everything. He like cleans our room. He does the dishes.
Who cooks?
I cook. He cleans.
Okay, that's cool. Let me tell you something real quick. So I'm not going to mention the person, but I was in a relationship, kind of like you're saying. Like before we lived together, we were always at each other's house spending the night. So we spent a lot of time together.
Yeah.
But when we made the decision to get a house and move in together, I sat down and I said, let's have a talk.
Yeah.
I said, I want to lay out in paper what exactly the roles that you're going to do and that I'm going to do.
Sure.
So let's say, if you want to do the dishes or I do the dishes, you cook, I do the trash, let's have roles that we stick to. That way there's no arguing, we know who does what.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, I'm used to cleaning on Sundays, like it'll be fine. And I said, no, I'm not doing that. I said, I've already been down this road. I said, what'll happen is I won't do enough and you'll start to resent me and it'll come out sideways later. And she was like, no, I promise. Like, I don't care. I want to do all those things. And I was like,
okay.
All right. And so sure enough, and it's funny because like months went by and I would do stuff like take the trash out or whatever, but she was doing way more.
Sure.
And she said she wanted to. Well, I remember telling friends of mine, I'd be like, man, this chick is just so chill. Like, she just never gets mad about anything. Like, she does everything. And then, of course, later, it came out in the worst kind of ways and resentments. And I was like, see, I knew it. Like, I knew
I told you I was going to. Yes. That is so funny. Now,
so what was it like for y'all? Did y'all have roles, like certain things that you did and that he did?
He does everything.
He does?
I don't do anything.
You just cook?
I cook, and then sometimes I just don't feel like it, so he does.
See, that's cool.
This is the rule we have in our house. If I cook, he cleans. If he cooks, he cleans.
That's cool. Yeah.
Like,
wait.
If I cook, he cleans.
Yeah.
If I cook, he cleans. If he cooks, he cleans.
So he cleans no matter what.
No, I'm kidding. No, I'm being serious,
Who takes the trash out?
He does. He does. I'm telling you, he does everything. He's amazing.
Who cleans the toilets?
He does everything. He does everything.
Y'all have animals?
I mean, like, sometimes I'll be like, oh, let's spend this day cleaning together.
Yeah.
We don't have animals, no.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it makes it easy. No animals, no kids.